What's up with this music? I am a philosopher, I like to provoke. We live in perverted times, so let me tell you a perverted joke. A famous, dirty, horrible joke taking place in 15th century Russia. A farmer and his wife walk along a dusty country road. A Mongol warrior on a horse stops and says, I'm gonna rape your wife, and you should hold my testicles while I rape your wife, so that they will not get dusty. When he raped his wife, the Mongol warrior went away. The farmer started to laugh and jump with joy. His wife said, hey, how can you be happy? I was just brutally raped. And he says, but I got him. His balls are full of dust. Well, in reality, we only dirty we touch the balls of those in power. And now comes the dirty conclusion. The point is to cut them off. Now let me warn you, this isn't Macarena, not chicken dance, not a sereje, not Gangnam Style, and so on and so on. We stand no chance, there's no time for romance. It's time to dance, the perverted dance. Cut the balls, we need to cut the balls. We need to cut the balls of those in power. We need to cut the balls, and our faces won't be sour. Just cut the balls, make them become Niagara Falls. Cut the balls, we need to cut the balls. We need to cut the balls of those in power. We need to cut the balls, we can train with cauliflower. Just cut the balls, make them become Niagara Falls. Oh my god, why am I doing this singing, dancing? I feel like the disgusting guy from Canada, Justin Bieber. So, the problem with capitalism is that it's in a crisis from its very beginning. From somewhere, I would say, late 18th century, there are prophets who claim capitalism is nearing its end. It's like a stupid bird phoenix. The more you know, it returns. I got hungry. Let's grab something to eat. What? No meat? Only for vegetarians? Degenerates, they'll all soon turn into monkeys. I don't say, let's do nothing. I say, sometimes doing nothing is the most violent thing to do. So cut the balls, just cut the balls. And racism is also a problem, so be like Kung Fu Panda. Be white, black, Asian, and cut the balls. Just cut the balls. They call me the Borat of philosophy, the Marx Brother and the Elvis of cultural theory. Cut the crap and cut the balls. Just cut the balls. Hey, I am Slavoj Žižek. No, I am Slavoj Žižek. No, I am Slavoj Žižek. Whatever, let's all be Slavoj Žižek. Grab and pull the imaginary balls from the sky. Cut through the air and say bye bye bye. Let's join together, let's fall in trance. Let's dance the perverted dance. Cut the balls, we need to cut the balls. We need to cut the balls of those in power. We need to cut the balls and then take the bloody shower. Just cut the balls, make them become Niagara Falls. Cut the balls, we need to cut the balls. We need to cut the balls of those in power. We need to cut the balls, let them face the final hour. Just cut the balls, make them become Niagara Falls. Cut the balls, we need to cut the balls. We need to cut the balls of those in power. We need to cut the balls, we need to cut the balls. Just cut the balls, make them become Niagara Falls. This stupid repetitive mechanic music, stop it. Thank you very much. The problem is maybe not the big act cut the balls, but you make small changes and all of a sudden balls are no longer there. Those in power look down and say, oh, where are my balls? And suddenly their voices get higher and so on and so on and so on. I stand by my joke. The structure of a joke is that this so-called progressive intellectual, in order to score his small narcissistic point, oh, I dusted the balls, totally ignores the suffering there, and that's the whole point of the joke. So cut the balls. We need to cut the balls.